Amara's past had finally come to haunt her. At night, she would wake up to the sound of babies crying in the dark. Sometimes she sees wet handprints on her floor. Sometimes a shadow shaped like a baby with white eyes standing quietly by her bed. But Tamara wasn't always this broken. Once she was this fine girl everyone admired. Slim waist, spotless skin, sweet voice. Boys chased her like she was national cake, and she never lacked attention. Big boys, married men, even pastor's son, Yahoo boys. She always had options, but she also carried a dangerous pattern. No protection, no boundaries, no fear. From the age of 19, she began sleeping around. Her first pregnancy came from a guy she met on Instagram. But before she could even process it, he had blocked her. She aborted. The second pregnancy came from a married man. She cried, but aborted again. The third happened during a drunken night in Lekki. She didn't even know the man's name. By 25, she had already done about 5 abortions. But the one that changed her life forever was tied to Chike. Chike was her boyfriend for 6 years, and everyone thought their relationship was heading for marriage. But behind closed doors, he was only enjoying her. When Amara first got pregnant for him, she thought at least this time it was love. He would surely marry her. Instead, Chike accused her of trying to trap him. He insisted that his mother would disown him if she kept the child. She aborted again. The second time was the same story. The third, the same. By the fourth, she didn't even argue. Amara began to look in the mirror and feel empty, but she stayed blinded by love. Not long after the last abortion, the strange experiences began. It started with dreams. Small babies crying, crawling on the floor. She would wake up to find her wrapper on the ground, as if pulled off by invisible hands. At first, she told her roommate, who only laughed and said it was guilt playing tricks on her. But the dreams grew worse. One night, Amara opened her eyes and saw a small black figure beside her bed. It looked like a baby, but its wide eyes were white and unblinking. She screamed. When her roommate turned on the light, nothing was there. But Amara's heart pounded like a drum. From that night on, the haunting never stopped. She began to hear babies crying when no one else did. She stopped sleeping properly, her eyes red from exhaustion. People assumed it was stress, but only she knew what she was going through. The spirit had come. Even Chike was not spared. One evening, while he was pressing his phone at home, he heard faint sounds coming from the toilet. A baby's voice, mumbling and crying. When he checked, there was nothing, but he found small, wet footprints on the floor, like a child had walked barefoot. He panicked and called Amara, telling her what he had seen. She broke down in tears, and Shike suggested they both give their life to Christ. But instead of standing by her, he traveled abroad soon after, blocked her number, and never called again. Amara was left to face the spirits alone. Night after night, they returned. They were not violent or angry, just present. Small babies crawling on her bed, one sucking its thumb, others simply crying. She went from pastor to prophet, searching for deliverance. Finally, a traditional priest told her, "Those you cast away have come to you. Until you name them and beg them, they will not go. Life does not disappear. Even the ones you reject still know your face." Amara fainted on the spot. From then on, her life changed completely. She stopped laughing loudly. She moved away, began wearing only long skirts, and spent her days attending deliverance services. Whenever asked about her past, she would only say, "There are some mistakes you don't walk away from. Pray for mercy before your past starts crying at night." As for Shike, he lives abroad now, pretending to enjoy peace. But there was one night when he whispered to his friend over the phone, "Bro, you dey hear baby cry through this call?" That was the last time he ever mentioned it. The lesson is simple but heavy. Not every mistake disappears. Some follow you, some cry until you answer. Be careful what you throw away because it might still find you later.